All right, ready to dive in. Today we're tackling motor vehicle body assembler interviews.
Definitely a crucial one. These folks are the backbone of the automotive industry, really putting those vehicles together.
Right. Precision, technical know-how, it's a demanding job. So we're going to break down some real interview questions.
Yeah, help folks get ready using RoleCatcher's database, plus some insights from their career guide.
Okay, first up, a question you're pretty much guaranteed to get. What inspired you to pursue this career?
It sounds basic, but it's your chance to show real passion, go beyond just saying, I like cars.
So think back. What sparked that interest? What specifically drew you in?
Exactly, and be ready for a follow-up. Like, what have you done to develop those interests?
Ooh, that's good. So it's about showing you've taken steps, even outside a formal job.
Right, did you tinker in the garage? Auto shop classes, show that dedication.
Shows you're not just applying anywhere, you really want this job.
Yeah.
Next up, what experience do you have in motor vehicle body assembly?
Now, here's where you connect your skills to the specific tasks they list in the job description.
Like proving you've actually read it carefully, not just sending generic applications.
Exactly. If they mention welding, talk about specific techniques you're good at.
MIG, spot welding, even plasma cutting, all those details matter.
And certifications. Proof you've gone the extra mile.
Don't forget those for sure. And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can help, suggesting which skills to emphasize.
Hitting those keywords they're looking for. Okay, now a question about quality. How do you ensure your work meets standards?
This is big, right?
Ah,
Car's safety depends on accurate assembly.
absolutely no room for error. So talk about your process, double-checking, procedures, specialized tools.
Even mentioning you seek feedback shows you're always aiming to improve.
Right. And be ready for a follow-up, maybe. Describe a situation where you spotted a quality issue and how you tackled it.
Yeah, the classic tell me about a time question. STAR method comes in handy there.
Situation, task, action, results. Your best friend for these?
You describe the problem, the steps you took, and the positive outcome.
And RoleCatcher can give feedback on those stories, help you structure them for impact.
Like a virtual interview coach. All right, next. Can you describe a time you had to troubleshoot an issue with a vehicle's body?
This is where you're not just hands, you're a thinking assembler.
So what's a good example situation?
Imagine a door assembly not aligning right. Walk them through your diagnosis, root cause, tools, steps.
And emphasize the result. Fixed it. Better process overall.
Employers love outcomes, and the career guide stresses how problem solving is key, especially as tech advances.
It's more than fixing what's broken, it's anticipating issues. Okay, safety question next. Essential in this field. How do you ensure you're following protocols?
Big one. Yeah, heavy parts, potentially hazardous stuff. They want to hear that awareness.
So be specific. Types of PPE, safety glasses, gloves, the whole long yards.
And explain why you're
Definitely.
diligent about it.
Don't just list, explain. Ready for a potential nature. Describe a time you had to correct a safety hazard.
There you go. Proactive approach to safety. Colleague not wearing gear. Tool misplaced. What'd you do?
It shows you're not just following rules, you're creating a safety culture. RoleCatcher can help prep for these too, with video practice and analysis.
Like a mock interview. Super helpful.
Okay, now a question to show you're committed to learning. How do you stay up to date with trends and tech?
Because the industry changes constantly. New materials, techniques, even whole new types of vehicles.
So it's not just welding, it's understanding how it fits into modern manufacturing.
Right. Show you resources, publications, workshops, forums, anything automotive tech related.
Mentioning the IATN, that International Automotive Technicians Network, shows you're in the loop.
Good one. And RoleCatcher provides links to relevant stuff, so it's easy to stay on top of things.
Like a curated feed for your career. Nice. Okay, let's talk core qualities of a great assembler. You'll likely get, what do you believe are the most important qualities?
This goes beyond technical, into those soft skills that make you a great team member and problem solver.
Attention to detail, patience, strong work ethic, adaptability. The career guide highlights those.
For sure, but give examples, don't just list them. Tell a story about your meticulousness preventing an error, or how you adapted to a last-minute design change.
Show, don't tell. Exactly.
Okay.
And RoleCatcher's AI can analyze the job description to pinpoint the qualities they want most.
So you really target your answer. Love that. Now, get ready for a question about interpersonal skills. Describe a time you worked with a difficult colleague or supervisor.
Oh, the conflict resolution one, it's bound to pop up, right?
Almost always. It's about seeing how you handle those tricky dynamics, because let's be real.
Not every coworker's your best friend.
Exactly. So Stay positive. Focus on the solution, not the problem. No bad-mouthing.
How do you approach it effectively?
Briefly describe the situation, then focus on the steps you took. Active listening, communicating clearly, finding a compromise.
And the outcome. Did things improve? Working relationship better?
Showing a positive resolution proves you're mature, can handle things professionally, and RoleCatcher can analyze company culture based on reviews and social media.
Wow, behind-the-scenes peek.
Helps you tailor your answer to their specific environment, highlight the interpersonal skills they value.
Okay, ready for one about juggling tasks you might get. How do you prioritize when working on multiple vehicles at once?
Time management, key in any manufacturing, deadlines, production targets, it all matters.
Staying organized, focused, efficient.
Absolutely. Describe your process clearly, to-do lists, prioritizing by deadlines or complexity, any tracking system.
And mention communication, keeping everyone on the same page.
Shows you're a team player. Understand coordination in a fast-paced setting. Now describe a situation where you had to adjust priorities due to the unexpected.
Oh yeah, the curveball. So you show flexibility, problem solving.
Exactly. A vehicle with more damage than expected, colleague calls in sick. How did you adapt?
Reprioritizing, delegating, streamlining.
Yeah. All about thinking on your feet, keeping things moving under pressure. And RoleCatcher can even suggest time management techniques commonly used in similar roles.
Wow, like a cheat sheet of best practices. Before we move on, let's circle back to the career guide.
Good idea. It's not just answering questions, it's understanding the bigger picture.
The guide talks about the growing demand for these assemblers, all the advancements in tech, complex processes.
And emphasizes continuous learning, electric vehicles, autonomous driving. Those skills are always evolving.
So even if you land this job, the learning doesn't stop there. Curiosity, new tech, honing your craft.
Exactly. Being proactive makes you a better employee and keeps you engaged. Now let's dive deeper into how RoleCatcher's AI can personalize your answers.
Getting into the nitty-gritty now. We've mentioned analyzing job descriptions, but it can also analyze a company's online presence, their culture, their values.
It's like a sneak peek before you even walk in the door.
So if their website emphasizes teamwork, you highlight your collaborative experiences. If it's innovation, you show your eagerness to learn new tech.
Aligning yourself with their priorities. And get this, it can even analyze the interviewer's LinkedIn profile.
No way! That's amazing, like a cheat sheet on the person themselves.
It's about tailoring your approach, building rapport, and don't forget their AI feedback on your answers.
Like a virtual coach.
Yeah.
Refining those responses.
You can highlight your strengths, suggest better phrasing, truly personalized insight. Okay, shifting gears, let's talk about crafting your overall narrative.
So it's more than just answering questions. It's weaving your experience into a story, showing your unique skills and passion.
And RoleCatcher can help here too.
Really?
It can identify key themes from your career, make it easier to create a cohesive, impactful story.
Awesome.
And it can even suggest weaving in personal interests, hobbies, to make you more memorable.
That's interesting.
Like if you restore classic cars in your free time, connect that to your love of mechanics, your attention to detail.
Or if you volunteer teaching car maintenance, showing leadership skills and willingness to share knowledge.
Those personal touches create a well-rounded, engaging story that sets you apart.
And RoleCatcher's AI helps you polish it, make sure it's clear, concise, impactful.
Even feedback on your delivery, projecting confidence and enthusiasm.
So prepping for this interview isn't just memorizing answers or scripts.
It's about understanding the role, showcasing your skills, telling your story so it resonates.
And with RoleCatcher's AI tools, you can really navigate that process and land that dream job.
Absolutely. We'll be back after a short break to dive into even more tips for acing that interview. It's amazing how this job combines hands-on skill with real brain power. Not just putting parts together, but understanding how they all work together.
Yeah, the whole functionality of the vehicle. Safety, too. Speaking of which, a question you might get is, can you describe a time you worked on a really challenging assembly?
This is your chance to shine, show off your technical skills and how you solve problems. Think about a time you faced a complex assembly, something with a new design or a tricky component.
So don't just say it was tough. Give specifics. What made it challenging? The precision, the tools, teamwork involved.
Exactly. Paint that picture. Describe how you overcame those challenges. Did you use manuals, get advice from someone more experienced, try different things until you found the solution?
And don't forget the result. Did you get it done? What did you learn from it? Employers love those concrete outcomes.
Shows you can handle the pressure, think on your feet. Okay, let's switch gears to teamwork. vital in any manufacturing environment.
You're not in a silo, you're part of a team.
Right. So they'll likely ask something like, describe a time you had to collaborate with a team member to solve a problem.
This is where you highlight those communication skills, active listening, working towards that shared goal.
Pick a situation where you and a teammate faced a specific challenge. A faulty part, misaligned component, unclear instructions.
And walk them through it, how you tackled it as a team. Brainstorming, dividing tasks based on strengths.
Emphasize clear communication, respect. Did you listen to your teammate, give feedback, find a win-win solution?
And of course, the positive outcome. Did you solve the problem? Did the teamwork make things more efficient?
It's all about showing you can collaborate effectively. Now, let's talk about a question that often makes people nervous. What are your salary expectations?
Oh, yeah, that one's tricky. Don't want to sell yourself short, but also don't want to go too high.
Do your research. Use online calculators, industry reports. Get an idea of the average salary for this role in your area.
And consider your own experience, certifications. Those can justify a higher number.
This is where RoleCatcher can help again. It analyzes salary data for similar roles in your location, gives you a realistic range.
Like having a personal salary negotiator. Okay, what if they ask about a mistake you made on the job?
We all make them. It's about how you handle it that counts.
Honesty is best, right? Don't try to pretend you're perfect.
Exactly. Pick a mistake that shows you learn and grow. Describe it briefly. Then focus on what you learn and what you change to prevent it happening again.
Did you ask for feedback, implement a new procedure, double-check your work more carefully?
It shows you're committed to improvement. And if you can connect that mistake to a new skill you learned or a process you improved, that shows initiative.
Great point. Okay, shifting gears to a hot topic in the industry. Automation and robotics.
Can't ignore it. Technology's changing everything in manufacturing, including body assembly.
So you might get asked, how comfortable are you working with automated systems? Or what experience do you have with CNC machines?
So first, what is a CNC machine? It's basically a computer-programmed robot, incredibly precise.
Like the precision masters of the assembly line.
Exactly. They cut, shape, drill, all those tasks that need to be absolutely perfect.
So if you have experience with them, definitely highlight it.
And even if you don't, show you're eager to learn these new technologies.
And RoleCatcher's Career Guide talks about the impact of automation in this field. Super helpful.
Great resource to understand those trends. Now let's talk about communication.
Seems obvious for any job, but in a hands-on role like this.
It's more about communication within the work, teamwork, problem solving.
Right, so they might ask something like, describe a time you had to explain a technical issue to a non-technical person.
This is about making complex stuff understandable, using clear language.
Like explaining a problem to someone who's not a mechanic, a customer, a supervisor from a different department, a new team member.
How did you approach it? Analogies, visual aids, patience?
It's about bridging that gap between technical knowledge and everyday language. And guess what? RoleCatcher's AI can even analyze your communication style, give you feedback.
Like your own communication coach. Okay, towards the end of the interview, they'll likely ask, do you have any questions for us?
This is your chance to show you're really interested, not just going through the motions.
And to get more info, clear up any doubts, so have a few questions ready beforehand.
Ask about the company culture, growth plans, professional development opportunities, the specific challenges of the role.
Those insightful questions show you've done your homework and you're serious about making a good decision.
Remember, it's a two-way street. You're assessing them too. Now, as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's recap some key takeaways.
We talked about specific questions, how to answer them, understanding the bigger picture of this career path.
We also highlighted how RoleCatcher can personalize your prep with its AI tools. Practice your delivery, really understand the company and the role.
But beyond the technical stuff, remember that passion and enthusiasm.
Let that genuine interest shine through. Show them you're not just looking for any job. You want a career where you can grow and contribute.
Exactly. With the right prep, you can nail that interview and land your dream job.
Okay, back for the final stretch of our motor vehicle body assembler interview prep.
We've hit the skills, the questions, how RoleCatcher can give you that AI boost.
But there's one more big piece. Your mindset.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just what you know, it's how you feel walking into that room.
Confidence is huge. But how do you get that, especially if you're nervous?
Preparation is key. The more prepped you are, the more confident you'll be. Review those technical things, practice your answers, Know the company and the role inside and out.
RoleCatcher is a big help there, right? Like a whole prep team in your pocket.
Exactly. Use their AI tools, analyze that job description, pinpoint the key skills, practice with their virtual coach. The more you do it, the more natural it'll feel.
But it's also mental, right? Shifting your perspective from I'm being tested to more like I'm here to show what I can do, how I can contribute.
Love that. Think of it as a conversation, a chance to connect, share your passion.
And remember, interviewers are people too, not trying to trick you. They want someone skilled, enthusiastic, a good fit for their team.
So relax, be yourself, let that genuine interest shine through.
And even if you stumble on a question, get a little flustered, don't let it throw you off. Breathe, regroup, keep going.
Resilience is important, especially in a fast-paced environment like that.
And honestly, every interview is a learning experience. Even if it doesn't lead to this job, you gain something for the next one.
So true. Head held high, preparation done, passion in your heart.
You got this.
And hey, don't forget RoleCatcher. Those AI tools can really make a difference.
Absolutely. Best of luck on your interview journey. And that wraps up our deep dive into motor vehicle body assembler interview prep. We hope these tips and insights have given you the confidence and the tools to rock that interview. Remember, preparation is key. Showcase your passion and let your skills shine through. And don't forget to leverage the power of AI with RoleCatcher. Good luck out there.